Well, you all know it, and you either love it or hate it, but either way, this is Stone Soup. Stone Soup is a Virgil Exner designed 1962 Dodge Lancer. Now, while that may not mean much to the general viewing public, it will tell fans of this era of Chrysler that it came stock with a 225 slant 6. It does not have the push button transmission, it's got a 3 on the tree. And those two facts tend to make it pretty reliable and easy to work on. So, what does that mean as far as parts are concerned? Well, I think it's pretty obvious by this quick list that the old girl needs a little bit of everything. We could probably knock off a couple of items that are either accessories or aren't exactly necessary, but that still leaves a lot. All that said, I'm going to take you on a tour around the car. And it should be stated that some of these pictures and videos are pretty dated. Now, I'm not exactly sure how well off the deck it actually is, but this is where the list of contributors is going to go. And this little short video was shot the day of the Fun Run Cruisers event up in Sydney, Ohio. You can see that there's some body work to be done, like this rocker and this entire valance right here is smoked. It does have a new / used instrument cluster in it now, thanks to Beth Lee and Dan IT Guy. It has new rubber all the way around, thanks to Adam from Grease Spot Garage. And I know that they're hard to see, but these are channel icons from each of the channels that have contributed to the build so far. This was the day that I got the car home. And this was a little bit of fun by Rooster from Rooster's Restorations. Now, I just learned the other day that I have an actual replacement for this bench, but just about every other piece of this interior is just beyond repair. In other words, it's all going to have to be replaced. Most of these photos are actually from earlier on in the build, roughly December or November of 2023 to January, February, March of 2024. This was, of course, still well before the time that it actually left the state of Washington. You can see right here that this rocker and this quarter panel are, they're rough. I have a new ceiling, factory gas cap, and fuel tank, thanks to Tom from Rocket Restorations. I know I should, but I can't remember offhand. I think Ray from 38 Racing replaced the taillight. And this is the photo that I used to create the Stone Soup logo. Most of the work bringing the engine back to life was done by Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage, the Junkyard Necromancer, Woody, and Rooster from Rooster's Restorations. A lot of folks ask me what Stone Soup needs to actually become a productive daily driver. Well, here's the list, starting with the mechanicals. I need 3 headlights, a radiator, preferably stock, a radiator cap, of course, a better alternator, possibly a GM1 wire, I don't know. I might just stay stock. Of course, I need the alternator belt, a thermostat. I might need a heater core, but that's up for debate. Now, for anybody that's ridden in Stone Soup over a great distance, you understand that 58 to 62 miles an hour is the end of the world. I think I need a better transmission. With the new transmission comes a new drive shaft because the stock one is a ball and trunnion and it's worn out. I'll need a new interior light. I'll also need just about every piece of rubber that's on the car because, let's face it, 63-year-old rubber doesn't do very well. Now, I'm not entirely sure that I'm actually going to need a rear end, but given that I want to change out the transmission and the drive shaft's going to have to go with it, it may be a necessity. Something else that I'm not wholly sure about is the wiper motor. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I definitely will need wiper blades. Lastly, the only thing I'm certain of in that car is that I'm definitely going to need a battery. Don't worry, the necessities list is pretty short. I, of course, need a spare tire and rim. I'd really like to get a stock jack, but that's not entirely necessary. And the car definitely needs a coolant reservoir. Oh yeah, and floor pans. Now, if we can't find a stock rear bench seat, then I have a workaround for that. Absolutely nothing that's on the cosmetics list is actually a requirement. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit of a completionist, but I'd like to have these items. Firstly, of course, is the rear passenger quarter trim, then the Lancer hood ornament, and I may need some form of paint sealant because I'm almost convinced to keep the quote-unquote patina. I really think the interior is where Stone Soup is going to shine when it's done. Of course, it needs new carpeting and padding because, well, there is none. It needs a new headliner. Again, there isn't one. Sound padding is optional, but not that optional. I need all of the nuts and screws and bolts for the interior. I'd like a stock radio, again, not required, and of course the speakers. It needs a new package tray, because mine is, again, gone, and lots of Rust-Oleum. I've decided on Rust-Oleum's Wildflower Blue and Antique White, just because I want it to be a little classy. And that about does it, folks. That is every part and piece for Stone Soup that I can think of. Just remember, if you donate time, parts, money, or even labor to the build, you get to be on the car in perpetuity. Don't forget to go over to Diecast Dream Customs here on YouTube and subscribe. While you're there, check out the full Stone Soup playlist. That's it for me, folks. Get back on the road.